Hello ladies and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, igama lami andisiwe Sikono. I talk about feminine energy, inner healing and becoming the best version of yourself so that you can live your best life. And if that is something that is interesting to you, please click the like button below and subscribe to my channel. Ladies, today I'm going to be sharing with you my experience. So the past few weeks, I found myself in a bottom. I was just in a dormant state. I was not working. I couldn't work. I tried to work. I couldn't work. I couldn't make a YouTube video. I couldn't do anything for about 2 weeks. If I'm correct, yes, 2 weeks. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. I was bored. I would wake up, go for a run and come back. And then if I touch my phone, I'm going to be scrolling on social media, scrolling. And at the end of the day, I would, when my husband comes back from work, I would say, I'm not productive and I don't like it. It hurts me that I'm not productive. I don't know why. I don't know what is wrong. I just don't like it. I just don't like what is going on now. So few days prior this week, I had an event, a family gathering to attend. So you know, family, most of the families, when there's a family or there's some gathering, something, there's always gonna be some issues. There's always gonna be issues and misunderstanding and that causes confusions and negative energy, right? So prior to this event, a day before the event, I was not myself. I couldn't sleep. I was angry because of the incident that happened, right, within the family. I didn't like it at all. I was not myself, but the following day I had to be there because it's a family event. So and I was there, and then I came back, right, after the event, continued with life, and then without even noticing what happened, that I was actually, because I was engaged with the conversation and the issues that was happening in the family, I was engaged, I was involved. I forgot that when I come home, I was supposed to get rid of that energy. And now, after the event, I came home, carried on with life, right? And then the following week, after complaining about the same thing to my husband, that I'm not productive, we had to attend a funeral. I remember before the funeral was going to be on a Saturday. Before the funeral, because I'm strolling on social media, there's nothing I'm doing. I found a video on YouTube, but I didn't watch the video. I kind of ignored it. The video was by Alexis. It says, "Get Your Spark Back." I'm gonna link the video in the description below. The video said "Get Your Spark Back." I passed. I'm like, not interested. I just passed the video. Now, Saturday morning, I'm preparing to go to the funeral with my husband. We're preparing, and then we were having a conversation about giving and receiving and all those things. And then because we were getting dressed, so I was wearing a beautiful jacket that a friend of mine bought for me. So I was like, oh, this is a beautiful jacket and I love it. Oh, we're talking about that. We're talking about giving and giving beautiful gifts. I asked my husband a question. I don't remember what was the question, but I will never forget his answer. He said to me, people take from me without even me realizing. He said, people take, and I said, what is it that they're taking? And then he said, people take my time, people take my energy without even me realizing that, and I'm left depleted with nothing. When he said that on that Saturday morning, I was like, oh, okay. I was shocked first. I'm like, oh, okay. Saturday evening, he had to go to work. And then I was thinking about what he said. I went back to that video that I saw last week, the video that says, "Get Your Spark Back." I watched that video. Everything that Alexis says in that video, everything that she said in that video is exactly the same thing that my husband told me. It's just that my husband told me in a few words that people you take your time, take your energy, and you're not even aware of that. That's what my husband told me. And then Alexis went deeper on that video. Now, ladies, the only thing I'm sharing this video with you, the reason I'm making this video, because we as women, we have to understand that naturally we are emotional beings. We are emotional beings. That's how God created us. We are emotional beings. You are a feminine being. You are a female. You are a feminine being. That means you are a receiving energy, right? So I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. Mind you, I have my business. I'm running my own business, right? I have to sell. I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't make a YouTube video for you ladies. I couldn't do anything. I was just in the bottom. I was just distressed. I was in a dormant state until I watched that video, and I waited for my husband to come back from work, and I'm asked, why did you say that? Everything that he said is exactly the same thing that the video says. So let's go back to the points that I want you guys to take from this video before I forget, right? So this is what I want you ladies to, this is what I would like you to understand, right? When my husband said I was, people take my energy, take my time without even realizing. Remember, I've been complaining to him prior that I'm not productive. I'm not productive. I'm not making my YouTube videos. I am not working. I only respond to 1 email a day, and then I'm on TikTok. I'm just watching, consuming information, consuming entertainment that I don't normally do. I was watching, there's this new there is this guy that I normally, I don't watch him, but for some weird reason when I was bored, I would watch his content. He created something called Revenge Diaries. I don't normally watch those things. I don't like watching that kind of entertainment because that does not exist in my world, you know. So I found myself watching all these things, and I'm like, what is going on with me? But now I realized this. Now, when he said people take from me and leave me with nothing, it's not like people take my energy, my time, and leave me with nothing. Yes, they take my energy and my time, and then they left me with their energy. Not because they left me with nothing. No. They didn't use my energy and my time and left me with nothing. I became dormant and I became bored because of the energy that I received. Remember, you don't only, how can I say this? You don't only exchange energies when you're having sex with your partner or when you're having sex with anyone. You also exchange energies by having a conversation with someone. Depending on what kind of a conversation, if you are engaged in a conversation that is negative to you, you're going to remain with that kind of energy. And that's just how it is, because we are emotional beings, right? You're going to remain with that kind of energy. If you, how can I say this? Let's say you are in an event, right? Let's say it's a women's event, a women's networking event, and then there's this woman who's talking on stage. I'm making an example. And then there's a woman next to you who talks bad about the woman on stage, who's gossiping about the woman on the stage. Now, if you entertain that woman who's gossiping, that means you are actually you're gonna remain with that energy of negativity, of jealousy, of gossip in you because you engaged in that conversation. The only thing that you can do is to exclude yourself and not engaged in that kind of a conversation, right? So what happened to me is that I was so invested in that family event. I was so invested in everything, and I engaged myself in that conversation while there was issues. There were issues about a lot of things, you know, especially issues about finances and all those things. I found myself engaged in that conversation, of which I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. And then now I came back home with that energy, and I was not myself. I was not myself. Now let's come back to the points. Point number one, if you can learn one thing from this video, it should be this. Number one, understand that you are a feminine being. As a feminine being, you are an emotional being. You are a woman. You're an emotional being. You are an emotional, you are a feminine being. And a feminine being, which is you and I, we are the receiving energy. We are the receiving energy. We receive. We have to receive, right? In order to give birth in anything. You have to receive a seed from a man in order to give birth to a child, right? We are designed to receive. That's how God made us. We are designed to receive. If you receive protection, you receive love, you receive support from a man, if you receive all this, you give birth to the life of your dreams, because you are the most happiest woman on earth. You give birth to the life of your dreams. You receive a home from a man. You make it, you receive a house. You make it a home. We have to receive. Your body, we are designed to receive. Please understand that you are the receiving energy. Now take note of this. We also receive without even realizing. We receive without even realizing, because we are designed to receive. We receive things that are good for us, and also receive bad things, things that are not good for us, right? You receive without realizing. Like I was explaining to you ladies, you receive negative energy just by engaging in a conversation. Especially if you are engaged in a negative conversation, that is going to leave you with you're going to feel drained after that conversation. You're not going to feel yourself. You're going to feel exhausted and drained. Why? Because you were engaged in a negative conversation that just drained life out of you, right? So point number one, understand that you are the receiving energy. We receive without even realizing. We receive things that don't serve us. Like what happened to me, I received an energy that is not aligned with my energy, an energy that was bad for me. You understand? And then it left me in a dormant state, right? So point number one, you are the receiving energy. When you understand that, at least I believe you will be able to protect yourself, right? Now, point number two, know how to get ready of this energy. That is very important, because we have families. We have to spend time with families, right? We're not going to be running away from people all the time, right? So know how to get ready of this kind of energy when you don't feel yourself, when you don't feel you, when you're not the best version of you, when you're not you. Why? Right? Why? Like know how to get rid of these energies. And there's something very beautiful that Alexa said on that video. If you watch the video, you will hear her. She said, also, when you feel like you are not productive, you are in a dormant bottom state, when you're not yourself, ask yourself, is it you, or you are in a luteal phase? But we'll get to that point. So what I want you to take on point number two, what I would like you to take here on point number two, know how to get rid of these energies. No, this is how you get rid of negative energy from you. What I did for myself, I went for a run. I love running in the morning. When you go for a run, or if you don't have to go for a run, if you have a skipping rope at home, use that skipping rope. Lovey, skip, jump, move your body. That's how you get rid of negative energy. Yes, at times you write about the incident that happened. Write it down. I do that all the time. I write everything. I write down everything that happened, and I burn that paper. But after burning the paper, I make sure that I go for a run. I go for a run, or I use my skipping rope. Move your body. Move your body. Others, they can just do some breath work. It's okay. Breath work is good as well. When you're breathing and inhaling and exhaling, remember that energy is in your body. You have to take it out. You have to release it. So other people, they just use some. They just do some breath work, which works very well as well. For me, breath work is not enough. After doing what I've done, like writing everything down on my journal and burning the paper, I go for a run or I skip. While I'm skipping maybe 200 to 200, I'm breathing heavy. I am exhaling that energy. I am releasing and letting go of that energy. If you have a gym membership, go to the gym or do some boxing, right? Do something. I remember when we were young, that is why a lot of kids, when you beat a kid, or when you, how can I say, when you rebuke a kid today, tomorrow, or before the end of today, the kid forgot about that. You know why? Because she's gonna go outside or he's gonna go outside and run and play. It's either he's running or he's doing something. When we were young, I remember very well, we used to play a lot of games that moves the body. I used to play a lot of hula hoops, and we used to call it weight. I don't know, if you're from the Eastern Cape in the villages, you know what I'm talking about. Two ladies, a rope, and then when you are playing in between, you're jumping between the two ropes. We used to call it weight. Those exercises, that is why a lot of kids, they're always light and happy. They don't have any negative energy in them, right? So Lavi, get yourself a hula hoops from Take-A-Lot, or get yourself a jumping rope from Take-A-Lot. Use them whenever you feel like you are not yourself, whenever you feel like something is not right. If you're not on your luteal phase, take that skipping rope, jump, remove, exhale that energy, right? Take it out of you. After that, you're gonna get yourself back. You're gonna feel the real you, the best version of you, the happy you, right? So that was point number 2. Know how to get rid of these energies. Let's go to point number 3. Point number 3, if you are a people pleaser. I remember I was a people pleaser. A people pleaser is someone who does things for people because she wants to belong. If you're a people pleaser, you will be depleted. You're not going to have energy to do anything that is nice for you. You're not going to have time for you. You're not going to even have a little bit of time for yourself, because you're focusing on pleasing people. You're focusing on making everyone around you happy. There's nothing wrong with that, but a people pleaser does everything with the wrong intentions. Focusing on making other people happy because she wants to be loved. She wants to be liked. She wants to belong. She does something that she's uncomfortable with, some things that she's not happy with. Why? Because she wants to belong. She wants to belong. She wants to be loved. She wants to be liked. She wants to be perceived as a good person so that she can be liked or loved. That is why she does these things. Now, if you're a people pleaser, these are the things that you do. You're focusing on other people's problems. You don't exist for you. You exist for other people's problems. You're focusing on helping people, on pleasing people. You are perfect. When you think you are perfect, you think everything is okay with you, and everyone around you has problems. Everyone around you is wrong and they need your help. And you are committed in helping them. A people pleaser is invested in people's problems. A people pleaser, ladies, she is so invested in people's problems. She has no time for herself. She has no time for herself. And that is another level of toxicity. I was like that myself. Now, when you are a people pleaser, you're going to be depleted for yourself. Like I said, you're not going to have energy. You're not going to have time for you. You don't have any energy left for you, because the tiny energy that you have is for other people. It's not for you. I'm sorry, ladies. I just want to make sure that all my points. Yeah. So this is what you can do. Back to the people pleasing. A people pleaser does not know how to say no. Like I said, ladies, she does not exist for herself. She does not exist for herself. She exists to please other people, to help other people, to be there for other people, not for herself. That is why she has no energy at all, and she does not grow. Personally, anyway, she does not grow. Year after year, she's in the same position because she does not exist for herself. And that happens because she does not know how to say no. No is the most powerful word. Saying no. No, I'm sorry, I cannot help you. I'm sorry, I'm not the one to help you with this situation. I'm sorry, I don't have time to assist you with this. No is the most powerful word, and no is a boundary that protects your energy, a boundary that protects your peace, a boundary that protects you, your mind. No is a boundary, is a yard over your mind, over your body, over your peace, over your energy. Ladies, learn to say no. As much as you can, say no. No, I cannot. Sorry, I cannot do that. Now, other people in your life, they will feel bad. They will feel betrayed when you say no. That is okay. A matured woman won't feel bad when you said no, because she will understand why you said no. So when you are in a journey of growing, or when you are in a journey of growing, becoming the best version of yourself, you're going to lose people. That is okay. That is why I'm saying learn to say no. Learn to say no. Don't be people pleasing. Don't be a people pleaser. Don't do that. I was like that for almost 25 years of my life. It's not right. It is not right. When you're saying yes to a lot of people, it's a no to you. When you're saying no to a lot of people, it's a yes to you. It's a yes to you, Lovey. So learn to say no to people without feeling guilty, without even explaining yourself. Say no. Don't be a people pleaser. Say no. That was point number 3. Let's go to point number 4, which is the last one on this video. So, point number 4, please get in touch with your menstrual cycle. That is going to massively upgrade your life. Get in touch with your menstrual cycle, heal your hormones if you can, and do the cycle syncing. Sync your cycle to your life. Do that. Get in touch with your menstrual cycle. This is what I do. This is why I'm saying get in touch with your menstrual cycle. This is what I do every month when my luteal phase arrives. Remember, all these things, I forgot to tell you, ladies, when I was before, okay, before I make this video, right? Remember, this video is based on the fact that I was not myself. I was in a bottom state. I was bored. I was not productive for about a week. The second week in that state of being in the bottom, my luteal phase came. I'm still in my luteal phase. Mind you, a luteal phase, if you know your cycle, you know what is a luteal phase. It's 14 days before your menstrual phase. And a woman in the luteal phase, we get annoyed, we get angry with small things, everything, especially if your hormones are thrown off. Me in the bottom state, not working, not productive, just bored, and my luteal phase arrives. That was a bad combination. But what I love about my luteal phase, that's why I'm saying, ladies, please get in touch with your cycle. So what I did what I do every month when my luteal phase comes, because my luteal phase, your luteal phase in general, luteal phase, we call it, as we say, it's your autumn season. You know, in autumn season, leaves are dry, they're falling off the trees. That's autumn, going to winter. So my luteal phase is my autumn season. It's my autumn season. And then preparing to go to my winter time, which is my period, the day I bleed, that is my winter. So what I do on my autumn season, which is my luteal phase, I mostly focus on self-care. I mostly focus on myself within. Luteal phase is long, ladies. It's 14 days long. So I mostly focus on self-care, inner work. 80% of my luteal phase is inner work, and 20% of my luteal phase is my businesses, it's my work, it's you ladies, right? So what I do, because my body is preparing to go to winter, also energetically, I write down on my journal what went right last month, what went wrong last month, what habits I want to get rid of, what to get rid of, what toxic people I want to cut off my life. What I do that on my luteal phase because my body energetically is preparing for winter, right? My body, I'm on my autumn season. Luteal phase is your autumn. Remember I said that, ladies? So I do the same thing. Energetically, I get rid of what no longer serves me. Energetically, I get ready of what no longer serves me. I write down everything that went good. I write down what I want to get rid of, the bad habits. I want to get rid of everything that no longer serves me, my business, everything that is no longer good for me personally, no longer good for my business, no longer good for my marriage, everything that is no longer serving me, I get rid of. I get rid of everything on my luteal phase because it is my autumn season. Now, when my period comes, which is my winter, my period is my winter time. When I start bleeding, I'm in my winter. I eat a lot. I watch my favorite show. I don't do much of the work. However, I prepare for summer. I prepare for summer. My summer is my follicular phase and my ovulatory phase. Now I write 3 goals I want to focus on when summer comes. When my period ends, that's my follicular phase and my ovulatory phase, which is my summer, which is our summer, ladies, your summer as well. The day after my period, I'm in my summer. And during my winter, I wrote down what I want to focus on. What is it that I want to focus on in summer? You don't write many things, only 3 things, 3 important goals that you want to focus on. I write them down. That is what I do every month. Ladies, your cycle is the most beautiful thing that God gave you. Whenever you finish your period, you should know that it's your new year. It's your new year. You know, in New Year we do New Year's resolutions. We prepare to lose some weight. We do a lot of things because we are in the new year. Your year, as a woman, it is in every month. Whenever your period comes, that's your winter. That's your winter. Take care of yourself. Remember, your autumn, you did write everything that you did get rid of everything that you want to get rid of. When now your winter time, when your body was actually releasing everything that it does no longer need. Your body is releasing. You're also releasing energetically. You prepared, you did that in your luteal phase. You cleaned up. You're in your winter, you take care of yourself. You only write 3 goals that you want to focus on in your next summer. You do that. So please get in touch with your cycle. Lovey, it will upgrade your life massively. It will upgrade your life massively. Let me do a recap. I said point number 1 on this is understand that you are an emotional being. You are a feminine being. You are a receiving energy. You are the receiving energy. You are the receptive energy. When you understand that, you will know how to protect your energy. You will know how to protect and exclude yourself in situations that are not right for you, right? Point number 2, know how to get rid of these energies. Know how to get rid of these energies. And point number 3, people pleasing. Learn how to say no. Stop, refrain from becoming a people pleaser. Learn to say no. When you learn how to say no, your no is your boundary. I did say that your no is your boundary. Your boundary is your yard that protects you, protects your energy, protects your mind, protects your peace and your space. When you say yes to something that is not right for you, you say yes. After that, you feel bad. You feel bad. You're overthinking. You're not yourself. You are not yourself. So learn to say no. That's point number 3. The last one is point number 4. Get in touch with your menstrual cycle. I made a video, ladies, on how to heal your hormones. Yes, I did make a video on how you can heal your hormones and how to get in touch with your menstrual cycle. And I did recommend Dr. Mandy Pels. She's great. She's good. She's a doctor. She is good. I'm just going to help you on how to you can heal your hormones. Ladies, that is all from me today, and I'm hoping that you're going to find value in this video. And if you do, please drop a comment below, and then I'll see you on the next video. I love you. Bye.